Hello, space fans. Just a quick video today. I've been busy coding on various bits and pieces for Space Cockpit and Space UI, so been flat out today. But I wanted to take you over a bunch of new layout changes in Space UI and show you the plot that I like to call "Who's Who in the Zoo" plot, or altitude and inclination. So Space UI, proceed as guest. You'll see a new format here. So all the dashboards are given at the top here. If you're not logged into the UDL, you'll only have a subset of these dashboards. If you log into the UDL, there'll be a whole bunch more you can get access to. I'm hoping to take you through those different kinds of plots because they're pretty cool. But I need to clear that with the different data providers first. So once I've done that and they're okay with me showing their data, then I will start to make some videos that include that. But until then, you'll have to settle for just being able to access these dashboards. The one I want to show you today is altitude versus inclination. And as I said, I like to call this "Who's Who in the Zoo." So it gives you the whole catalog: altitude on the y-axis, inclination on the x-axis. This kind of green bar, if you can see that, everything below that is in low Earth orbit. This is MEO in this region in here, and this is GEO up here. So we call out just a number of different regions. So for example, the Starlinks, when you see them all kind of wrapped around the Earth, they're actually in a really tight band if you zoom in down here, between about 52.5 degrees and 53.5 degrees. There's all your global stars there. Molnias, GLONASS, GPS, and BIDOs hanging out together in MEO. Russian missile early warning. And you can see down here the sunsink region. So this really clearly lays out the relationship between altitude and inclination. So the higher your altitude, the greater your inclination needs to be in a retrograde orbit. So you can clearly see that kind of played out here. All of the geobirds are up in here. These are geo inclined, so our altitude's around 36,000 kilometers up here. And you can see as our inclination increases, we've got a couple of Bido constellation up here as well in the geo-inclined regime. But all your geostationaries are all living down here. So if you zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, you can really see them all living around here. You can also, if you search for a satellite on here, it will kind of put a little targeting reticle on it for you. So I'll just enter 40258, hit refresh, and you get your little targeting guy there. Look for the ISS as well. So you can just kind of separate these and it will show you where they kind of live in this regime. Also thinking about plotting this in a slightly different way where we can plot delta V's rather than altitude inclination. So delta V to change inclination and delta V to change altitude. So I'm working on that plot. That'll be nice to plot the satellites in relation to each other in terms of delta V rather than just explicit position in their orbits. And that will kind of allow you to determine, well, who's close to me and who could maneuver to me given a certain delta V constraint. So just a useful tool to get a high level understanding of where all the different mega constellations are kind of living and where everyone's at. We kind of use this for doing launch assessment too. So if someone's launching into a particular inclination range, we can see which constellations they might be affecting. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Just a quick one. Hope you find this plot useful and happy hunting.